Alright, listen. When I moved to England from my home in Northern Ireland, I learned one lesson. English people don't give a shit about the socio-political complexities of the island of Ireland. They'll call you Irish, and when you correct them with Northern Irish, their brains will short-circuit and reboot to right before you corrected them. Every single time. They simply don't care. For the first couple of years, this annoyed me. Why don't English people acknowledge the difference between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland? Are they stupid? However, it was this unapologetic density that ultimately liberated my identity. When you hear from people who grew up in Northern Ireland, they'll probably tell you they're from a British or an Irish background, generally speaking. For a lot of us, though, we don't really know what we are. If someone ever asks us where we're from, we're faced with a dilemma. Saying British isn't specific. That could mean Scottish or Welsh or Manx.
And I was always too afraid to say I was Irish because I thought someone from Dublin would appear and say, "No, you're not!"
So we have to say Northern Irish, whatever that means. Anyway, eventually I stopped correcting the English people. Why bother? Once you start letting people call you Irish, you'll start calling yourself Irish. But then you start feeling Irish. I realised there aren't any Dubliners hiding nearby who know where I grew up or care if I call myself Irish. I'm allowed to call myself Irish, and no one will question it. I'm just as Irish as anyone else born on the island, even if I live on the northern edge. I can enjoy and embrace Irish culture. I don't have to maintain this visible disconnection from anything Irish in order to avoid being accused of pretending I'm Irish. I am fucking Irish. I feel far more kinship with music from a band like the Pogues or the Scratch
Singing right tunes on a Tuesday night
than I do with the Beatles or Oasis or Dave.
Vacation.
When I'm back home, I'm Northern Irish. People there perceive the intricate subcultural differences. But when we're abroad, those details don't matter. English are English, Irish are Irish. Americans are insufferably annoying no matter what state they're from. And when you're travelling, being Irish is like having a superpower. If an English person goes abroad, the locals will roll their eyes. But if you say you're an Irish person, they'll welcome you with open arms and try to give you booze. It's like an instant plus 15 charisma and plus 50 reputation.
It's a free assumption that you're sound as fuck. I'm just glad I was able to realise I'm allowed to use my Irish powers, even if it took the Brits to help me figure it out.